So this week's map of the week is Serve Torque 2. And to set your timer to compare to Group 1, you want to do slash serve timer, press 6, and scroll through using 4 until you hit Group 1. This will compare to whoever is last in Group 1, who is currently Flex. Okay, so for this pre-strafe booster, you just want to hit this tiny part of it. Want to have like around, it's close to 1450, 1750 going through here. So just something like this. And then I like to right turn and then board this right side of this ramp. And then this part is really annoying since you want to flick up with enough height to clear this wall, but also like not to moon as much, where you lose a lot of time trying to hit this head surf as quickly as possible. And then you also want to conserve speed because keeping speed for this B hop where you hit it like on this part, like keeping around 1400, 1500 going to this last ramp is pretty nice. All right, and for this last ramp, I board this right side, so you want to flick up. If you really want a fast time, you want to flick as high as you can without hitting this part, and then you just turn right and go to the end. All right, and for the stage 2, you do kind of want to be up early to get this booster as quickly as possible, but it's not that important. So you just B-hop this once, and then go to this right side, go weave, board this ramp, and then like you don't really like board it for a long time. You would just want to tap it, and then once you tap it, you go to the right and enter this hole facing like this. All right, once you hear, I do like left turn going to this window, but I've seen someone do right turn going to here. You don't want to go too low on this ramp because you want to not like moon too much into this ramp. Kind of want to go kind of low with around 2k units. All right, and for this last section, what really matters is how you board and flick off this ramp because this angle is kind of precise. You want to clear this and also clear this wall to cross this ramp. And then you want to hit the stairs going to the end zone. All right, and for the stage 3 start, I like to like jump kind of on this second step, WA, and then try and go like as far to the right because you can get stuck if you like jump and then keep on facing forward. For this first ramp, you want to board like kind of early but not that early. You want to board at the middle, like around here, and then go to the bottom, do a full left spin, flick up, clear this part, and then have around 1200 to 1300 boarding the second ramp. Now you may notice that like when you flick up, you want to turn kind of fast, or you might feel it that way, but kind of want to stall a little bit more until you hit the apex of your flick, so you could actually clear this part and keep more speed. All right, and for this ramp, you don't want to actually ramp strafe. You want to flick like kind of early, like right when this part gets straight, you want to flick off, enter this ramp. As you can see, like you can't really see this black part, so paint could help. You don't actually have to board at the top, but it's pretty nice for units. All right, and for this part, there are two ways to do this that don't involve like this insane like one b-hop skip. So you either want to b-hop this first water and the second water, or the second water and the third water. The easiest way is to just not b-hop this first water, but it does lose around zero point 0.5 if you do like the safer strat of b-hopping only second and third. I'll show that safer strat, but to explain like the faster strat, you want to be off this one like kind of far, have around like above 1800. Just be off this turn and then be off this kind of as far as you can because you want to check your head on this part. Just crouch under here if you can, and then just be up here. But I'll show the safer strat right now. Alright, yeah, and this end zone um is only the list black card part, so you want to kind of go this way until like you're low enough to clear this red part and strafe into the end. And for this fourth stage, you want to jump as soon as possible. Go to the bottom of the first ramp and then flick up. And you want to get like a kind of high board onto this ramp. You want to cross this and then stay medium mid on this second ramp. And then you want to go kind of high into this third ramp in order to get a good flick up and then a drop, good drop into this section. Having around 900 is pretty good. So for the section, I like to use these two holes. So this one and this one, or to board this ramp. And for here, don't want to use this B-hop. You want to clear over this and then kind of tap this ramp for more speed, but not too much, or else you'll hit this glass. And then just B-hop and then having as close to 1900 as you can to this section. All right. And for this section, there are two strats. There's a newer one and an older one. The newer one is probably faster, but I can't really do it. Where you go over here, you just turn, avoid everything, and then only tap this ramp to go down here. And the older strat, which I think is easier, is to when you go get over here, you use all this space to turn left, and only tap this part of the ramp to go down into here. All right, and for this part, having a good drop and speed is both important. Here I have 1500, which is really good. You want to have like 1500 to 1400, and this drop could be better, but this is pretty good as well. And then for this last section, so there are like three like kind of end ramps. There's this first one, second one, third one, and then this end hole. So there is a skip where if you have like this kind of speed and drop to here, you could do the skip where you surf this first and second one, and then off the second one you want to flick up, and then skip this third one to go straight into the hole. I think that's too hard to do, personally, but if you can go for it, because it saves quite a lot of time. So what you do instead is When you get to the second one, you want to drop into this third one and flick as quickly as you can high up so you could get this head surf down into this end spin. Alright, and then for here, just want to spin down and try and get an angle where you like hit this B-hop on the side, but as you're like coming in, you want to look towards the right and just slam into this ramp. Hit your head, and then if you can, go for this end head surf, but don't worry if you can't make that. Alright, and that's how you save block group one.